Okay, now we're going to talk about this machine. This machine is a $5,000 machine from G-Force. With taxes and shipping is about $5,500. As I explained in the first video, all you get from G-Force is this machine. G-Force is made in China. They talk about it on their installation videos. They talk about it on their website. I went to the direct company that makes the product for G-Force. Now, the manual came in Chinese, but you can get on the internet and go on G-Force's website and get it in English. Here's the problem with getting this, the ins and outs of it. This machine ran me about $2,000 with a 400-pound weight stack and a leg press. And it was, the Chinese manufacturer told me it was $200 to ship it. Here's what you don't know. Once it gets put on the boat and it gets sent, the boat comes in, you cannot file any paperwork with customs yourself. You have to hire a broker, which I did not know. Broker runs about $400. They'll file all your paperwork. So I hired a broker. They filed the 10+2 paperwork. It has to be filed within 3 days of the item getting put on the ship, or they will forfeit your shipment and you won't get it. They'll just take it. So that's what I was told. Once it comes in, I live in Baltimore, Maryland. I thought it was going to ship to the Baltimore port. And they actually took it to New York and trucked it down to Baltimore to a warehouse. You have to pay for trucking fees. You have to pay for storage fees. And then if you want it shipped to your house, you have to have it shipped to your house. Now, the only good thing about the broker is the broker will arrange everything. You don't have to do anything. They'll file your 10+2 paperwork with customs. They'll contact the company and let you know when it comes in. They'll ship it to your house. They do everything for you. It came right to my garage, and the driver and me unloaded it and brought it right into the garage. Now, was it worth it, in my opinion? Yes. It's the same exact machine that G-Force makes. They even have pictures on the Chinese website of the G-Force model. It's the same leg plate, same machine, same everything. But this machine, if you go on Alibaba and download the app, you'll see this machine. If you type in multifunctional training machine, this machine will come right up. Now, there's different manufacturers. Look at the rating for each manufacturer. That's very important. I dealt with Tijin, very big company in China. They were excellent. Great communication. Here's one thing you got to realize, though. When you're talking to China, the time zone's different. So if I sent him anything in the morning, like an email, I wouldn't hear anything back till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So when I would get up for work at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, I'd eat breakfast, and then we would talk back and forth. It's about the only time I could get a hold of the guy. But the guy responded. I think his name was Michael Lee or something like that. He'll get back to you with all your questions. If there's any problems, he'll straighten it out. This originally came with a 240-pound weight stack. I had it up to a 400-pound weight stack. It only was $150 difference, and I think it was $50 for shipping, so it was $200 total to take it from 240 to 400. 240, that'd be 120 on each stack. I didn't think that was enough if you were doing rows or pull downs. The leg plate does not come with it, and they don't advertise it. You literally have to ask them for the leg press, and that was $150 also. It came with a lot of extra stuff. They give you rubber plates, and rubber Olympic plates, and they are excellent. They give you 250 pounds of rubber Olympic plates, and they're very expensive if you look on eBay or Amazon. I upped it to get 350 pounds. Again, it was $150 and $50 for shipping. So for $200, I took it from 250 to 300. I think it was 330 pounds total. Excellent deal. They give you a full-size Olympic bar that they ship out to you. So in total, this added up, if it was a G-Force, adding up the Olympic weights that I bought, G-Force comes standard with over a 400-pound weight stack, and they give you the leg press. So G-Force shipped to the house with taxes would have ran about $6,200. I spent $3,800 for the same machine. And the Chinese website does guarantee this machine. They said if anything's wrong, they'll ship you the parts. And they're pretty good. They got a 100% response rate. They got a 5-star rating. And the guy is very good. He did mess up something on the order when I had asked him about it. He immediately corrected it. Everything came shipped very nice in the boxes. Everything was packed extremely nice. Got nothing bad to say about the company at all. So if you're looking at the GeForce G12 or the G6, the G6 is $1,000 cheaper than the G12, but the G6 doesn't have as much options on it. If you want the G12 and you're looking at the G6, you might want to go on Alibaba, download the app, and then start your research. Just be aware that you do have to pay a broker, because as soon as you get this paperwork and they put this thing on a ship, as soon as it goes on the ship, he will send you the paperwork. You have 3 days to file that with customs. If you don't file that within 3 days, you're going to lose your merchandise and all your money. I didn't know that. Actually, the Chinese manufacturer sent me the paperwork and said you have 3 days to get it to customs. I called customs direct because I thought you could go down there and file. They said after 9/11, you must hire a broker. So I hired a broker. It was a couple $100. It was well worth it. They took care of everything. They paid all the fees, because you got to pay docking fees, fuel for the ship. It's just not $200 to ship it. When you call this manufacturer and he tells you this machine is $2,200 or $2,000 and $200 to ship it, it's not $200 to ship it. That's not even in the ballpark. To get it from China to the front of my garage, it cost me $1,600. That's between the custom charges, fuel charges, trucking it down from New York, trucking it from the Baltimore warehouse to my house, warehouse fees, there's all kind of charges. So be advised, if you do buy, is it worth it? In my opinion, yes. I got the same machine for $3,800. It would have cost me $6,200 with everything that they gave me. The rubber plates are fantastic. The Olympic bar is quality. This machine is the same as a GeForce. You're saving money. That's why GeForce sells it for so much money. By the time they pay customs fees and they load it on the trucks and they store it in their warehouse and they ship it to your house, they have to make money. So of course they're making an extra $2,200, $2,400 off each machine. But here's where they really make the money. If you buy 1 machine to 50 machines, you pay the full price. If you buy 50 to 100 machines, they knock $400 or $500 off each machine. So if you're a company and you buy 150 of these, you're going to get $600 knocked off of each machine. Then you're paying for a container, which is way cheaper than just paying for a small area. A container's $3,000, but they could probably get 150 machines in a container. So that's where they're making their money at. They're buying it in bulk. So not only are they not making, they're making more than $2,400, they're probably making $3,000 off each machine. But you got to figure they got to pay for their customer service. They got to deal with the vendor. If something goes wrong with the machine, they have all these problems. But if you do it yourself, it's not a headache because the broker takes care of everything. Just be advised, soon as the company sends you the paperwork, call the broker. It's $75 to file, then it's locked in. It took about 5 weeks to get it to my front door. It takes a month to ship it over from China. Then it had to sit at the port. Customs had to inspect it. They shipped it down from New York to Baltimore, then they shipped it to my house. Thanks.